Welcome back in one of the Best Rubber Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, February 24th, and I'm back breaking down some more college basketball plays for the Monday slate. Before we talk about Monday, let's talk about Sunday and these streaks in the NBA. Still doing it, still accepting till the NBA playoffs. If you want to get into this, just pause the video, take a look at the rules. All you got to do is comment a player prop daily. If you don't want to do it daily, you don't have to do it daily, but longest streak at the end of the NBA season will win an NBA jersey. Like I said, on the NBA side, probably do a second place prize as well. But if you want to get into that, there are the rules right there. Just drop your favorite player prop in the comment section on every video. Here's an update of the list. We have, I believe it was 11 or 12 people in this now. Had some really bad days for some people on Sunday and Monday, but I'm streaking on 3. Next closest is Justin Mack on 2. If you want in, I'll put your name right here, and I will start you right here. So that's just a look at what it is. I will do this. Well, I probably won't show the rules and the sheet every single day, but I will update you guys probably every other day on the sheet and the new entries. But let's go take a look at the leaderboard for NCAA basketball. RJ Lewis was the first player prop today. That was a loser, 14 points. UConn dominates. St. John's dominates UConn. They were up by 20 points in this game at one point. UConn made a comeback in the second half, but St. John's stopped that, and I think they ended up winning by 15 plus. So St. John's rolling that game, got a win, but the player prop lost. Same thing with the late game, or I guess we can call it the 3 o'clock game, NCAA Indiana, plus 3.5 is what I got them at. I told you Purdue was bad. I wanted to take Indiana money line, but I was a little bit scared. How's a 28-3 run out of the first half feel for Indiana fans out there? Saw Mike Woodson sitting on the chair that Bobby Knight famously threw, so that was kind of cool for Indiana. Other than that, Purdue, laughable in the second half. Horrible team. 4 consecutive losses. Indiana's not good, and they couldn't score against them. Player prop, Mbako, I'm pretty sure he got hurt. He only played 7 minutes in this game, came off the bench, but Indiana was doing their thing with the starting lineup, so I don't even know if anybody could bet that since he was a bench player. I couldn't find it anywhere. I took the loss because it was such a bad loss anyway. But 2-2 day on the college basketball side. Let's try to do a little bit better day. Have 3 games and 2 player props to talk about, starting with Houston going up against Texas Tech. Houston is not as good as they used to be. This used to be a team that everybody dreaded to see. Defensively, they are still that way. Offensively, they've struggled a little bit. Last 2 years, this Houston Cougars team's been the best team in the Big 12. I know everybody said Kansas last 2 years, but really it's been Houston. This has been the team to beat in the Big 12. Texas Tech, though, they beat them on the road the first time these teams played, and JT Toppin got thrown out of the game 1 minute into the game. They still won that game in overtime. Texas Tech at home. This is a huge game for both of these teams. Huge game for seeding in the conference tournament. I think Texas Tech wins this game outright. I'll take them on the money line. JT Top is going to be a monster down low. If they can stop LJ Cryer scoring 20-plus points, Texas Tech wins this game by more than 1. But I'm going to put the final score by 1 point. Texas Tech on the money line. I think they will probably win by more. All they got to do is shut down LJ Cryer on the outside, and they win this game very easily. I'm going to take Texas Tech here as the first play of the day. I got to go back 1 to Nebraska going up against Michigan. I'm done with Michigan. They screwed me one too many times. Nebraska coming off a really bad loss to Penn State. I just don't care. I'm going to take another dog at home with Nebraska. Bryce Williams is a really good player. They need to get Gary going again. Whenever Gary was playing really well for Nebraska, they rattled off 4 in a row. Illinois, Oregon, Washington, and Ohio State. Not a very good game against Maryland. Not a very good game against Northwestern. Not a very good game against Penn State. They got to get more production from these guys other than Bryce Williams. So I'm going to take Nebraska in this one because Michigan has screwed me so many times over the last several games. I don't even know if they're a very good team. They're in the top 25. They don't play defense whatsoever in the most important times, and their offense is very stagnant at times. So give me Nebraska here on the money line. Take it another dog. Let's go over to the final play of the day. Kansas going up against Colorado. Kansas coming off of their best performance of the season. Bill Self did say that the new season was starting on Saturday against OK State. They put up 90-plus points. Colt, Mayo, Griffin, I think it was 21 3-point attempts combined, and they knocked down double-digit threes in the game between those 3 players. Only 3 mid-range jump shots taken by the Kansas Jayhawks. I went back and looked at the shot chart for the Jayhawks. That's 3 shots from mid-range against OK State. Usually we'd see about 10 to 15 shots mid-range per game for Kansas. So obviously Bill Self has made the change. No more mid-range jump shots. Everything at the rim or behind the line. Alabama does it the best out of anybody in the country, but finally Kansas has decided, hey, no more mid-range jump shots. We're taking threes. We're taking buckets at the hole. Everybody had a good game. Harris was very good at the point guard. Mayo was knocking down threes. The bench was good. Dickinson had that fast break. Was pretty cool, I guess. Still worthless in my opinion, but he should have a good game here against Colorado. Colorado coming off a win against Baylor. I mean, that's pathetic by Baylor. Colorado has one win in the Big 12 before that Baylor win. Now they have two. -5.5. Give me Kansas. If they play like that again, they're going to win this game by 40. I think OK State might be better than Colorado. I'll take Colorado here, -5.5. I know KU's on the road. They've struggled on the road this season. Just feels like a different team right now. Give me the Jayhawks -5.5 as the last play of the day. Let's go to the player props for tomorrow. I talked about it a little bit. JT Toppin over 14.5 to 17.5. I'm hoping we get 15.5 with the discount we should get with Houston's defense. Like I said, JT Toppin in the first game, ejected in the first couple minutes of that one, so we really don't know how he would perform against Houston. We have Roberts down low for Houston, might cause them a little bit of problems. But JT Toppin in the middle of the season, he was playing banged up, and I heard multiple times whenever they talk about Texas Tech, whoever they're playing, multiple times I've heard every announcer say when JT Toppin is healthy, he's one of the best big men in the country, and it's really showing ever since the injury. 21, 41, 32, 14 against TCU. Didn't play well in that game, but 22 in the last game against West Virginia. So 20-plus points in 4 of the last 5. I will take him in this game against Houston over the total points. Feed the big man down low. Let him eat. Final play of the day. Talked about Harris a little bit. He's the heart and soul of this Kansas team. I know a lot of people don't like DeJuan Harris, mainly because he passes up wide open threes a lot, but he has been a little bit aggressive this season on the scoring department. 14 points in the last game against Oklahoma State. Double-digit points now in 3 of the last 4 games, but I'm looking for his assists in this one. 5+ assists in 3 of the last 4 games as well. This offense will run through Harris. He is very, very good at driving and finding the open man on the outside or just dumping it off to Dickinson for his little push shot that I absolutely hate, but it goes in every single time. I'm going to take him here in this game against Colorado. Colorado is not a good team. They are not good defensively. They are not good offensively. Baylor is just that much worse than everybody else in the Big 12 right now. I mean, if you watch the game on ESPN Plus, which I did, it looked like they were playing with 50-pound vests on, this Baylor team. I understand the elevation, but there was no energy. There was no excitement until the final minute when they were down by 8. And they had to do something. They had multiple turnovers in the final minute. Colorado did. Baylor cut 2 points. They had a chance to win it if they made a half-court shot, but they didn't show any energy and effort in the first 39 minutes. That's not going to happen with this Kansas team because, like I said, just feels like a new Kansas team. I'm going to take Harris in this one over the total assists. I think he has another big day for the Jayhawks. Let's go to the NBA recap or NCAA recap graphic. Nebraska on the money line. I've had enough of Michigan. Maybe the big boys down low, Golden and Wolf, have a good game, but they're so stagnant offensively at times, and the defense just doesn't show up in the most important times in the game. Go watch the Michigan State game again in the last 10 minutes of the game. You will see what I mean. Texas Tech money line. They beat Houston once, beat them again here on their home floor this time with their best player. Kansas -5.5, new team. Nothing else. Colorado's bad, -5.5. Topping over the points. I will trust them to feed the big man, 20-plus points for the last 5. And DeJuan Harris over his total assists. 5.5 is probably what we're going to get it at. I would love to get it at 4.5, but 5.5 is the more realistic number. I will take that 5.5 as the final play of the day. That guy's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Monday, February 24th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.